muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Okay, we are going to be continuing on the conversation because a lot of you had a lot of opinions. So in my recent video, by the way, I'm vlogging on my second channel. I'm about to post a vlog today that is of New York, Philadelphia, and Baltimore. I put them all in one. It was super fun being able to see different parts of America. Did Baltimore terrify me? Absolutely. So anyway, we are going to be continuing the conversation with Shane Dawson and Ryland Adams. So if you are chronically online, like myself, you know that Shane and Ryland just had their two twins. Now, they used surrogate, and in the entire lead up to this, there's been a lot of people that have been, I would say there's a lot of people that have been like kind of hearing Shane Dawson out. I know there's a big conversation about family vlogging, exploiting your kids online, and Shane Dawson was always someone who was very outspoken about that. He always said on the record that he would never want to post his children online because he is such a polarizing figure that he would never want the children to be at the mercy of a comment section of people not liking Shane, if you know. And so I always said that I respected it at a bare minimum, that he was willing to do that, and it always seemed that Ryland wanted to do the opposite. So much so that when they started the surrogacy journey, Ryland was basically vlogging it on his channel. He created an entire series about the babies before they were, I think before they had even been, before the process had even properly started, before the transfer. I think he was already doing like a pre-series before it, and then he uploaded everything at the same time, like a couple months after. So he's been filming this journey right up until the birth, and they did a post where they announced their baby, and there was a lot of people that were saying that in the caption, they said, this is going to be like one of the only times we show our babies or something like that, like we're going to keep it quite private. And it is important to note that since I posted that last video, Ryland has done a couple Instagram story updates where he is literally just posting pictures of the babies. So it definitely seems that Ryland has changed Shane's opinion in some way. Who knows whether it has to do with the fact that they'll get more views and money specifically in December posting their babies. Who knows? But again, they're going against their morals. Now, the conversation that I want to have, and I want to go through an article today because it dives deeper into it than we went in our previous one. When they posted the picture of them holding the babies, it really caused a social media outrage like we've never seen before. And if you were on Twitter or even Instagram or TikTok, you would have seen basically people that don't like Shane Dawson were coming at this saying that why is Shane Dawson allowed to have children considering all of his past history of, you know, calling children sexy, saying that he Googled child pee, all these different things, right? Making underage fans twerk for him, all these different things. So the Shane Dawson people were saying that. And there were anti-surrogacy people who were coming for it saying, oh, cross-referencing the videos of Shane being like, this is why surrogacy is wrong, that someone like this can have a baby. So the anti-surrogacy people, who I am 100% in disagreement with that. I think surrogacy is a beautiful thing. I also think adoption is a beautiful thing. I think do what you want, right? Do what you want, do what works for you. And also, it's circumstantial that I don't think people realize as well, that for some people, they want to have a baby through surrogacy, and for some people, they can only have a baby through surrogacy. So that is also important to note. So please kind of keep the comment section as respectful to that as possible. So there was anti-surrogacy people, and then there was anti-gay people that were coming for it, saying that, you know, these two men shouldn't have a baby because it's wrong. So basically nearly knocked that lamp down. All angles were coming at this, and it was like a public outrage like we've never seen before. And because there's so much content of Shane being inappropriate about or with children, it really just kind of set the tone for all of these groups kind of coming together to say that they unanimously decided that this is like so wrong, this should not be happening. Anyway, I want to get to this article from NBC News, and it was written by my good friend Kat Tembarge and also my good friend Colin, and it says, how the birth announcement of YouTube star Shane Dawson turned into a trending controversy. I will link this article down below, go click it for engagement. So it says, one of YouTube's biggest stars became a major internet trend this week when his first children, which was twin baby boys, were born via surrogacy. Earlier this week, Shane Dawson and his husband Ryland Adams announced on Instagram the birth of their sons, saying in a post on their birthday, December 7th, was the best day of their entire lives and nothing else will ever compare. But instead of receiving public celebration, Shane Dawson, who has 19.1 million subscribers on YouTube, and Rylan Adams faced backlash, a phenomenon that other influencers have faced as a consequence of being, bad on the internet. And I'm saying that very loosely with Shane because, Shane's things are one of the worst. So Shane Dawson had all of his old content, including racist skits and controversial podcasts, resurfaced and used against him for years, as we are aware. And a lot of them have to do with him making jokes about the sexualization of children. It sounds so weird to say that as a normal sentence, but with Shane Dawson, apparently that is a normal sentence to say alongside him. So Shane Dawson is considered, like we know, one of the platform's first and biggest homegrown stars on YouTube, but since 2020 his reputation has soured because following a series of issues ranging from old content to how he interacted with children online. Throughout his career, he's always made offensive jokes about child SA and P-word that have always came back to haunt him. On top of those discussions, Shane Dawson and Ryland Adams' birth announcement quickly got a lot of anti-gay people and anti-surrogacy advocates, all fermented by right-wing influencers who have a history of mocking LGBTQ+ people. So we had all of these people coming together under this one post, and the problem with this, in my opinion, is that Shane Dawson was so outspoken about the fact that he knew that his babies would get backlash for just being his babies. So, what Shane Dawson thought months ago was going to happen ended up happening, yet he still immediately posted pictures of the babies online. And by the way, someone was like, oh my god, Adam, in your video, the last one, you were like, he posted pictures hours after. Bitch, I was just being like, oh, hours after. It was a couple days after. But the point is, he posted them really, really, really soon after the birth, which is what they weren't going to do. And again, I have no respect for someone who said that they know that their child or children is not going to be protected online and is going to be under the face of public scrutiny because of them, yet goes against it for whatever reason, and then what they thought was going to happen, happened. And now your babies' faces are forever attached on the internet alongside people saying, oh, their father is a P-word. Oh, their father made jokes about CA. All these different things people on the internet are throwing around with these old videos of Shane. They're not only being attached with Shane Dawson anymore, they're being attached with the faces of his children, which they're going to forever live with now because their parents could not do the one thing of protecting them. Instead, the clicks, likes, money, attention was more so. And to not even delete the post of the children's faces and all of the photos of the children on their own and in the hospital and beds and all these different things, to not even delete it after all of this is happening online is still not protecting your children. But again, that's not the aim here because we said we were going to protect them, but we're not doing that, right? That's what bothers me here. I don't agree with these anti-gay people, obviously, these anti-surrogacy people. I don't agree with that, right? People calling Shane Dawson out, considering why he has children for all these different contents he has, people can do what they want, right? And I have my own opinions of all that, and you know that. But the problem that I have is that he went back on protecting his children. And exactly what he thought was going to happen, happened. And I just can't imagine your babies just being brought into this world to trending topics of people were aware. It's wrong. It's wrong. Shane said he knew this was going to happen. At whatever level he thought it was going to happen, it happened because he went against his word where he knew it was going to happen. Was the clicks and attention and money and whatever and trending topics worth it for the fact that your children's faces, their first ever time on the internet, days after being born, are being plastered with these words, are being plastered with organizations trying to, take them off you because of all these old videos and the anti-surrogacy people saying it's wrong anyway, they should be taken off, the anti-gay people saying gay people shouldn't have babies, taking babies, that's what you are attaching your children to. It's way more extreme than family vlogging. It's right out of the womb, they're in a controversy. What is up with that? So the viral criticism of something that's usually a joyous occasion is basically showing about what happens to these aging influencers with their digital history, oftentimes which is full of offensive or out-of-date content, frequently become viral topics of outrage, as many must consider how the family members involved, witness this happening to their newborn babies being involved in it. Following the birth announcement, social media erupted with conversations about Shane Dawson's fitness to parent children, drawing on past statements about children from all these different groups, right? As part of his shock jock YouTube persona, Shane Dawson often pushed the line, as we're aware. He made documentary-style videos about other YouTubers, he made conspiracy videos, he posted reaction-style content, but his older content includes a lot of racist imagery, like blackface, and then there's a lot of things that he apologized for, there's a lot of things he didn't apologize for. Also, there are people in the mainstream that have done the things that Shane has done, drawing comparisons and saying that Jimmy Kimmel and, Jimmy Fallon have done the same racist stuff that Shane Dawson has done. And it's just drawing comparisons with, like, media people and, like, how much people get away with stuff if they're in the media, right? But the content that earned the greatest scrutiny is his crass jokes about children. In one case, Shane Dawson asked a teen fan to twerk while filming a video on the now deleted Omegle site. Jesus, if you went on Omegle, you are due compensation of therapy, myself included. On several podcasts, Shane Dawson made statements about children and pedophilia. At one point, he wanted to offer a justification of pedophilia, which is one we heard. In a June 2020 video addressing the controversies, Shane Dawson denied that he had serious intent behind the jokes. Obviously, the jokes were still made, but he denies it. It is something I did for shock value or because I thought it was funny in the moment, Shane Dawson said in a video. It's all gross and I promise none of it is real. That is not me. Have I done sketches where children were saying crazy things? Yes. Do I regret it? Yes. Representatives for both parties refused to comment. Or sorry, it doesn't say refuse. Did not immediately respond for comment. Although Shane Dawson and Rylan Adams updated their followers on YouTube in the lead up to becoming fathers, they have yet to, comment on the backlash of this. And so it says some replies to the post. It first says that the post of their announcement on news sites are getting more than like 30 million views. Some replies to the post beg someone saying, save those poor babies. Others ask how Dawson is allowed to adopt a surrogate baby. A post, like several others, conflates adoption with surrogacy. Others suggested that child services be called. Some critiqued the practice of surrogacy, while other posts were just flat-out anti-LGBTQ+. There was a time in YouTube where so much problematic behavior was allowed to go under the radar for so long, said Paige Christie, who is a fellow channel on here. Hey, Paige. Now there are campaigns to remove people from platforms. Other YouTubers have received sharp criticism when announcing their pregnancies and the birth of their children. YouTuber Trisha Paytas, also considered to be an original YouTuber, faced a lot whenever she announced her pregnancy with her daughter, Malibu Barbie Paytas Hackman. Whew, that's a mouthful. Ahead of Malibu Barbie's birth, users on Reddit suggested that they should call Child Protective Services, so it's like history repeating itself. But the fervor around Dawson's babies took on a new level of virality as various factions turned their news into culture war ammunition around the issues of surrogacy and LGBTQ plus parenting. So we have all these people coming at this photo of Shane, Rylan, and their two babies. Face is not blurred. It was actually just photos of the babies on their own. So we have conservative personalities who are known for engaging with social issues, such as Ian Miles and the account @endwokeness. Okay, announced to their followers they are known for mocking wokeness and has previously made posts that appear to be anti-LGBTQ+, accusing Shane Dawson and Adams of buying their sons. Then we have Jong, who has also mocked LGBTQ plus people recently, asked his followers for their thoughts on the matter. In the replies, one person said they felt bad for the babies who were ripped from their mother and given to two dudes. So this is the kind of things that are being said now under photos of Shane, Rylan, and their babies. And it's wrong. It's wrong that the babies' immediate social media, like, they're going to grow up and see all of this. Because their dads didn't stick by their morals of protecting them because they knew this was going to happen. Like, when you have to decide whether the clout is enough. Another called the birth child trafficking. One said it was disturbing. Still, some say they took little issue with the way that Dawson and Adam's children were born. Karen North, a clinical professor of communication at the University of Southern California, noted that Dawson's past statements and his influence made him susceptible to attacks, which is what Shane said he knew was going to happen. Shane Dawson not only is a great target if you're angry about any variety of issues that he's addressed, but also if you want publicity for your opinion. Some of the posts referred to Dawson and Adams as buying or purchasing, which is so wrong, babies from women. Others said that the couple wanted male babies because they are P-words. Many posts insinuated or stated that Shane Dawson shouldn't be allowed to have children just because he's married to a man. Surrogacy has long been a subject of debate and remains controversial outside of the United States, according to a professor at Yale Law School. So then we have someone saying, in some cases, the pushback in situations like Dawson's could be linked to homophobia more than an issue about surrogacy. There's arguments against these two-father families or children being raised without a mother. And so some of the conservative critics of the same-sex parenting are also critics of surrogacy. Now, that was a great article, and again, the thing that makes me sad in all of this is that all of this is happening, right? And it's Shane and Ryland's babies that are going to grow up and see that this was being said about them on their first ever time being posted on social media, because Shane and Ryland couldn't even wait a couple days to post all these photos of them. Like, there's no even playing the ignorant card, because Shane said that he would never post them out of fear of this happening. I just don't get how you can go so back on your opinion and not protect the kids. Like, even blur their faces in those original photos so if people are saying things, at least the kids aren't identifiable. I don't get it. I don't get it. Please let me know your opinion down below. I will see you in my next one. This article will be linked down below. Second channel with all my vlogs will be linked down below. Let's talk about this down there. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in my next one, and bye.